Happening now, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu joining the Boston Host Committee to announce the plans about the Fan Festival that'll be held on City Hall Plaza this summer. 7 World Cup matches will be played at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All of this begins in June. Things are getting underway. Let's listen in.
So we are currently up 12% for bookings to the U.S. on air. And as is the case in the travel sector, we know that once air has been booked, hotel room bookings will follow, so that should be happening. And it has been happening, but we'll still continue to see the trend of increased hotel room bookings as well. And then also ticket sales for our matches here in Foxborough/Boston Stadium are very robust, as you all know. They're a hot ticket. We have a great match schedule, and right now they're trending at a third of the ticket purchases are from New England, 1/3 from the U.S. non-New England, and 1/3 international. That is fantastic data. I mean, I don't think we could ask for anything better. So our locals get to experience these fantastic matches, but then we also are drawing from across the country and across the globe. So now it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of our biggest supporters and partners in the effort to bring this incredible event to the Boston area, Mayor Michelle Wu.
Thank you, Martha. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much and welcome. We wanted to bring you right here, where just 24 hours ago we wouldn't have been able to do this because you couldn't hear anything with the FanFest happening for the marathon right here on the plaza. And give us a month and a half, and you won't be able to hear anything here either, as we will have fans from around the world and all of Boston's neighborhoods here cheering and enjoying these games just as much as those who are able to secure tickets and be out at Boston Stadium. I want to thank and recognize my colleagues in government who have made this possible. So thank you to the LG, Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll and Governor Maura Healey for all your partnership, to Chairman Aaron Michaelwitz and all the state for making sure that all the details are working and the resources are there, to my colleagues on the council, City Councilor Gabriela Coletta Zapata and City Councilor Rusu Lejeune, for championing the return on investment that this will deliver to our neighborhoods and working with us so closely on that. And then on the administration side, representing police, fire, EMS, and all of the departments and cabinets who've been involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I especially want to start there because Marathon Monday and Patriots Day is likely the biggest day all year in Boston. And it takes months of preparation across all of the safety agencies, city, state, and federal, and all of the communities along the entirety of the marathon route. It is relentless to ensure that every single body that we have who has sworn an oath to protect and serve is working that day. So all of our police officers, all of our EMTs and paramedics, all of our firefighters, in addition to thousands of volunteers, the 1,800 medical volunteers who joined forces to ensure that the runners would be cared for, and spectators as well. And to all of the public works employees who made sure that everything was sparkling, and then as soon as the race was over, street sweepers and everything put back. You still see a little bit of confetti outside here, but the only reminder that we were hosting one of the world's largest events without incident, extremely smoothly, safe, successful, fun for everyone, and new course records set along the way. So congratulations to all the runners, and thank you again to all of our public safety officials, public works employees, city departments who made sure that that happened totally seamlessly, and our partners at the state who worked with us on all of that. So thank you so much to Martha, to Mike, and to all of the team at Boston 26. We're excited to continue to share details as we are counting down to the big day. It always kind of feels like spring, and the warm weather season with all the events really kicks off on Marathon Monday. And from here until the last soccer game is played and the last cultural festival in Boston, we are going to be running nonstop with all of the major events that we will be hosting over the next couple of weeks and months. We're beginning with a strong home base for celebrations here in Boston, right on City Hall Plaza. FanFest will be held right here as the central hub for all things World Cup. Fans from our city and across the world, bringing together every culture, providing space for everyone to watch the games, cheer, enjoy our city, and connect with our community. We're also thrilled to announce that the city will be hosting watch parties for the group stage matches at FanFest. I know Mike will share more details in a little bit about FanFest and how exactly it will work, but I can't understate how excited and thrilled we are for the 16 days that this community space will be open for residents and visitors to show off Boston and to share in the energy of a global celebration. While we're excited to host our World Cup festivities here downtown and on the plaza and in the surrounding area, we also know how important it is to make sure that the benefits of the World Cup reach every neighborhood in Boston. So for our residents, we want to make sure you can connect with your community right where you are as well. That connection is what makes Boston the safest major city in the country, the best city to raise a family, and a home for everyone. So this summer, on top of all of the citywide activities you can enjoy, like FIFA FanFest, we want to help you celebrate the World Cup in your own way. That's why we have been directing 2 of our annual summer grant programs to open to every resident in our neighborhood to focus on really stretching every dollar for economic impact in this region and in this city. That includes block party grants for residents and neighborhood groups who want to host a block party on their street to celebrate the World Cup and 250th, and our community building mini grants, which will help residents and community organizations celebrate the traditions, heritage, and contributions of cultural communities they identify with. And as visitors from all over come to Boston, we're especially eager to showcase our incredible local businesses across every community and every neighborhood. From Brazil to France, Cabo Verde to Colombia, we are proud to say that Boston businesses have connections to every country that has qualified for the World Cup. That's why we're putting together a neighborhood business guide to help residents and visitors explore Boston, grab a bite or drink, and watch some World Cup games to support their favorite teams and support our local businesses. So we're reaching out to our businesses, and they've been sharing information on what plans they have to either show the game or provide some additional celebrations, and we're compiling all of that to make it easy for everyone to know. This summer will be very busy, and to help you keep track of all of our city happenings and offerings, we'll put all of that information in one easy place at boston.gov/summer. And we know that some of you hoping to participate in these summer celebrations may still have questions. So over the next couple weeks, we'll be hosting a few online information sessions to make sure everyone gets those answers. For those interested in hosting a neighborhood block party or cultural celebration, we'll have an online webinar on all of the summer opportunities April 22nd at 6 p.m. And for businesses looking to get involved, the city is partnering with Boston 26 to lead an online Get Ready for Summer 2026 business forum on May 4th at 6 p.m. We also invite all small businesses to continue filling out our online survey about what your summer activation plans are and how the city can support you. Additionally, we'll be holding office hours to help address your specific licensing questions, whether figuring out how to get a one-day entertainment license or potentially to extend your hours of operation if you are eligible. We are going to have an unforgettable summer, and we can't wait to welcome the world to Boston and show them what it means to be a home for everyone. Okay, before I pass it over to our Lieutenant Governor, otra vez en español para nuestros residentes. Buenos días y gracias. Hoy me enorgullece compartir cómo nuestros equipos se están preparando para dar nuevamente la bienvenida al mundo a la ciudad de los campeones este verano. Todo comienza con construir una base sólida para nuestras celebraciones. El FIFA Fan Festival en Boston se llevará a cabo aquí mismo en City Hall Plaza. El FanFest será el punto de encuentro central para todo lo relacionado con el Mundial, el espacio para reunir a fanáticos de nuestra ciudad y de todo el mundo, conocer otras culturas y ver los partidos juntos. Nos entusiasma anunciar que la ciudad organizará eventos para ver partidos seleccionados en el Fan Festival. En un momento, compartirá más detalles sobre el FanFest y cómo funcionará. Y no puedo expresar lo entusiasmados que estamos de que durante 16 días este espacio comunitario sea un lugar donde residentes de toda la ciudad se reúnan con visitantes de todo el estado y del mundo. Aunque nos emociona que el centro de las celebraciones del Mundial esté aquí, en el centro de la ciudad, también sabemos lo importante que es asegurarnos que los beneficios del World Cup lleguen a cada vecindario también. Y para los residentes, queremos que ustedes puedan conectarse con su comunidad cerca de donde estén. Esa conexión es lo que hace que Boston sea la gran ciudad más segura del país, la mejor ciudad para las familias y un lugar donde todos pueden sentirse parte de su comunidad. Por eso, este verano, además de las actividades en el centro, el FIFA Fan Festival, queremos apoyarles para que celebren el Mundial a su manera. Hemos relanzado 2 de nuestros programas anuales de fondos de verano, disponibles para todos los residentes en todos los vecindarios. Y nuestros minifondos para fomentar la conexión comunitaria ayudarán a residentes y organizaciones comunitarias a organizar eventos que celebren las tradiciones, las herencias y las contribuciones de las comunidades culturales con las que se identifican. Y mientras recibimos a visitantes de todas partes en Boston, queremos destacar a nuestros increíbles negocios locales en cada comunidad y en cada vecindario. De Brasil a Francia, de Cabo Verde a Colombia, nos enorgullece decir que los negocios de Boston tienen vínculos con todos los países clasificados para el Mundial. Por eso estamos creando una guía de negocios por vecindario para ayudar a residentes y visitantes a explorar la ciudad, disfrutar de comida y bebida y ver los partidos del Mundial mientras apoyan a sus equipos favoritos y a nuestros negocios locales. Este verano será muy activo para ayudarles a mantenerse al tanto de todo lo que ofrecerá la ciudad. Toda esta información estará disponible en un solo lugar, boston.gov/summer. Sabemos que quienes estén interesados en participar y organizar estas celebraciones pueden tener preguntas adicionales. Por eso ofreceremos sesiones informativas en línea para responder a sus preguntas. Para quienes estén interesados en organizar una fiesta de cuadra o una celebración cultural, ofreceremos un seminario en línea sobre nuestros fondos de verano el 22 de abril a las 6 de la tarde. Y para los negocios que quieran involucrarse, la ciudad colaborará con el comité para ofrecer un foro virtual llamado Foro Empresarial Prepárate para el verano 2026, el 4 de mayo a las 6. También invitamos a todos los pequeños negocios a completar nuestra encuesta en línea sobre sus planes actuales para el verano y cómo la ciudad puede apoyarles. Además, ofreceremos horarios de atención para ayudarles a obtener las licencias adecuadas y utilizarlas correctamente, ya sea para tramitar un permiso de entretenimiento por un día o para extender sus horarios de operación. Boston, estamos a punto de vivir un verano inolvidable y en la ciudad estamos listos para mostrarle al mundo lo que significa ser un hogar para todos. Thank you so much, and I'll pass it back to Martha.
Thank you, Mayor. So as they say, it takes a village to put on an event like this, and in the case of this event, it takes an entire Commonwealth, and we're thrilled that we have such great partners in the Commonwealth. Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll has been a breath of fresh air for us. Her enthusiasm for this event and in making sure that it gets orchestrated appropriately, effectively, and really for us to welcome the world appropriately has been contagious. So I want to introduce Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll.
Thank you, Martha. Good morning, everyone. What a thrill to be here with Mayor Wu, Chairman Mikowitz, Mike and the team at Boston 26, and Martha, your team, making sure we're all hustling in this amazing partnership to really kick off what's going to be an amazing summer right here in Boston. I think today is more than about a festival announcement. It's like another step in this journey and a real signal that in Massachusetts we're ready. We're ready for FIFA, we're ready for soccer, and for 16 days this June, we're bringing a little bit of soccer, or maybe a different kind of football, to Boston Stadium and right here to the City of Boston and City Hall Plaza for FanFest. As has been mentioned, FanFest will be free and open to the public and full of energy. Think big screens, local performers, small businesses, food, merchandise. For fans near and far, this is definitely going to be the place to be, coming together to celebrate a beautiful sport. Being able to do that collectively with people who share your same passion, it's really special. We're making a strategic state investment as well in this space because we know what events like this do for our economy. We're expecting more heads in beds, more diners, more shoppers. Certainly hundreds of millions of dollars in economic activity will be brought back to the Commonwealth. That's real economic impact that's going to come from this worldwide stage that we're on for these 16 days. That's more money in rooms taxes and meals taxes and sales excise. In other words, this is one of those rare moments where the return is just as exciting as the event. So we are thrilled to be part of the team and certainly making investments with our legislative partners, not just here in Boston, but in regions throughout Massachusetts. We want everybody to take in the joy of experience this global spotlight. And make no mistake, I think we really do know how to deliver a strong program. I mean, Boston hosts world-class events every year. If you were anywhere near the city for yesterday's marathon, you saw it firsthand, organized, welcoming, and just the right amount of competitive spirit. We're bringing that same level of preparation here. We've secured $76 million in federal funds for safety and security. Our state agencies have been working in close partnership with local officials, with our partners at the MBTA, stepping up to make sure we're coordinating transportation, public safety, logistics. And yes, we're going to make it easier and less expensive to ride the T this summer. Think about it. Free Fridays all summer, half cost or half price for your monthly passes. This is a great opportunity for families to come into Boston. If you don't live here already, take the commuter rail in for free. And if you live in Boston, you can actually take it outbound to places like, hypothetically, Salem, Worcester, New Bedford. There's lots to see and do. And this is all about enjoying a great summer in Boston. And we're asking people to kind of kick the drive and take the T, and we're making it at a lower cost to be able to do so. But beyond the numbers and certainly beyond the logistics, this is also about something bigger. At a time when the country can certainly feel a little divided, sports have a way of bringing people together. Different languages, different backgrounds, and shared moments that come together when that ball hits the back of the net. So for a few weeks, we get to be part of something global, but yet still deeply local. And if there's one thing we know about Massachusetts, it's that we love to compete and we love to win. And so we're honored to be home to champions. We just don't host moments like this. We really rise to these occasions. And I know the teams who are working hard, all of our public safety officials, our transportation officials, this is work for them, while for many of us it might be joy. So I want to extend congratulations and thanks for all of the efforts that are coming together to make sure this World Cup and this FanFest are really our way to show the world that we're passionate, that we're welcoming, and that we're ready to deliver an amazing experience for those who are here. So whether you're watching in Boston Stadium or right here in FanFest, or your favorite neighborhood spot or in a regional celebration, we want everyone to be part of it, together, safely, and in community. And so get ready, because summer's just around the corner and Massachusetts is playing on the world stage. No matter the score, we plan to win, and that's what today's about. Thanks, everyone. Looking forward to being back here for FanFest in a few short weeks.
So hosting FanFest here at City Hall Plaza was no mistake, and it wasn't by accident. It's a great location, located in the heart of the city, in one of the most vibrant neighborhoods, the North End and downtown. And we are so excited that we were able to work with Chairman Mikolowicz to make this happen. He's been an incredible supporter, and no one's more passionate for their district than Chairman Aaron Mikolowicz. So we'd like to invite you up to say a few words.
Thank you, Martha. Yes, being in my district's a benefit of having it here. Yes, I agree with that. Thank you. Listen, I'm just thrilled that we're at this point. You know, we've got an exciting summer ahead of us, not just with the World Cup, but also with the tall ships and the 250th. We are in for a ride over the next couple weeks here. May not feel like that right now. Obviously, it's a little chilly for April, but we are, as the weather warms up, we are going to be warming up ourselves. And certainly, these three events that we have coming are very exciting and going to bring a lot of energy and economic viability to Boston, to Massachusetts as a whole. And I think it is also, as the Lieutenant Governor was saying, an opportunity for us to show what we can do here in the Commonwealth and in the city of Boston. And I think today is marking that we are ready to go. You know, we've had some bumps and bruises along the way, but we made it happen, and we're getting to this point where I think we are in a good position. I think in comparison to other you know, World Cup sites. You know, this is doing FanFest isn't just an event to bring people here, but it's also an acknowledgement that we are, you know, a welcoming city, we're a welcoming community. We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to enjoy this special moment that doesn't come around very often. Obviously, the last one was 32 years ago. I'm really excited about the block parties. I remember having block parties in 1994 in the North End, back when Italy lost to Brazil on Baggio missing that goal at the end. But the not that I remember that, but it was the point being is that, you know, this is an opportunity for us to really shine, and I think that doing the FanFest, having it here, having it in a centralized location is going to do that. Obviously, people coming from all over the world, coming all over from the country, coming all over from the Commonwealth, and luckily you get to come to my district. I really appreciate having it here. I want to thank the city and Mayor Wu and her team and FIFA Boston for pulling it together, for making this happen. And as I always say, if you have some time, go down the street. Italy did not make it this year for the third straight time. Very embarrassing for many of my Italian soccer friends. So they are struggling right now. So please, you know, make sure you go down to the street on Hanover Street. Maybe you know, support the business there, because they're not going to have those Italian games happening, and you know, they'll have other games happening. But we are you know, very excited about it. We also, you know, noticed that this is an opportunity to show exactly what we can do, and I think we need to be doing that going forward. That's why I think you know, we're getting ready to debate our budget for FY27 in the House of Representatives next week, and a provision that we put into the budget is to change 7.5% of the sports wagering revenue directly towards a sports and entertainment fund that can be produced annually to allow some revenue from sports wagering, which is obviously you know, a nice hand in glove conversation there, to make sure that we are doing something that produces money, so we can do these types of events going forward, and we don't have to scramble and chase after dollars down the road. Having something there that can bring these types of events here in the future, whether they are sports events, whether they are entertainment events, there's a lot out there for us to produce, a lot of opportunity, a lot of jobs, a lot of revenue that we need to capitalize on, and we feel that provision will do so. We're going to be debating that next week, but that is something for the future. That's not going to necessarily be involved in this thing, since obviously the budget won't be implemented until after July 1st. So things to look forward to, but things to be talking about right now is the opportunities that we have in front of us. So I want to thank everyone for doing that and for getting this together. Looking forward to a great summer, and thank you for having me here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. So, in addition to my day job as President and CEO of Meet Boston, I also serve on the 3-member executive committee for Boston 26, as well as the honorary committee. And it's been an incredible journey. I've been able to work with and meet some incredible people. And obviously, we've had a few bumps in the road. But what gives me really the biggest pleasure today is that we are able to announce one of our big vendors for the FIFA FanFest. It is a fellow board member of Meet Boston. My friend Herbie Duvernay has been awarded the contract to secure this space for all the world, and I'm guessing that when his Haitian team plays, he's going to be front and center in front of that big screen cheering them on, in addition to keeping everybody safe. So congratulations, Herbie, on that great accomplishment. We're excited to work with you. And I've also had the privilege of working with Mike Loynd, who's been an incredible operations expert here for all of us to make sure that this thing goes off without a hitch. So I'm going to bring Mike up to talk more specifics about FanFest and other updates from Boston 26. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Chair Mikovits, for your vision. With that sports fund, it's going to be something quite amazing, and keep Boston the place and the map that it is. Lieutenant Governor, thank you as always. Mayor Wu, I want to point out that the Lieutenant Governor and Mayor have been on calls every week, taking time out of their busy schedule to focus on maybe what's a little bit smaller than running a state or a city, but still, thank you for that attention to detail. First, and then again, first, just thank you for your leadership. This leadership team is just incredible. I've worked around the world, and I deeply appreciate the passion that you bring to our work and our decision making, and the care that you put in on the quality and the safety. Commissioner Cox, thank you very much. The whole Boston safety and security team, thank you. It's been a real pleasure working with your team. They've been fantastic. The Mass State Police as well. Every day we learn something new. Our team they were working with your team through the marathon, so we had some really good learning experiences. We're not going to change the way that this capable state and city operate, but we love the fact that it's welcoming and integrated as we work through this. I'd also like to thank the transportation community. So Phil Ang and his team at the MBTA and the Department of Transportation really have focused us on solve for many transportation issues, and I think we're in a very good place across safety and security and in transportation. Really excited to welcome Herbie. We have similar backgrounds. We both started security companies in Boston as our first business, and Herbie's not able to escape yet, but we'll see. He's got many years on me. FanFest will be 16 days. Within the FanFest, we'll see 2 or 3 matches per day. And then scattered through that, we're hoping for a cultural showcase. We have a plan for that, which will showcase great talent from the community. We think between the matches and before the match, there's something like 80 windows of time, anywhere from 2 minutes to an hour, where we'll have some very interesting sort of community showcase events. We're putting together a committee right now to make the selection for that. It will be very representative of Boston and of Massachusetts, which is really exciting. So we'll have more on that for you in the next week as we announce the committee and the process for people to submit talent. We will have a registration process for the FanFest. It's been an objective since the beginning that the state and the city have looked to have this a free event, but we will have a registration process to make sure that we don't have any overcrowding. We're working through that, and again, that's probably in the next week to 2 weeks we'll announce that, and you'll be able to register for the events. I think right now we have 53 days to go. That's not a lot of time. The team we have working with us, I see a guy rubbing his face back there. That's Matt West from Dimsey, who's actually delivering this from an operational point of view. 53 days. We're going to hold you to that, not 54. So we're very comfortable that we're ready. We've done all our contracts. We're delivering on time. We have the design. We have a rendering somewhere that blew over in the wind. Anyways, I think we're gonna do you proud. We're going to represent the way that Boston and Massachusetts represent. We're going to be welcoming, I am sure. And I'm looking forward to it. So thank you, and thank you to our team that's been working on this. Patty, who's been holding the vision for the FanFest for 2 years now until we can finally find the right way to fund it and the right level of FanFest. So thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Before we open it up to questions, I did want to acknowledge a few other dignitaries that are here with us. We have City Councilor Coletta Zapata. This is your neighborhood as well, and we're guessing you won't be here for FanFest, but we'll be. Okay, good. And I also want to welcome City Councilor Ruth Z. Louisiane, who has been incredibly involved and thoughtfully discussing how we get all of the city's businesses a piece of this action. So I appreciate the conversations that we've had, and we know that you're going to be standing right next to Herbie in front of that screen cheering on your team, your Haitian team. So glad to have you with us today. And then I also want to acknowledge from our tourism partner, the Mass Office of Travel and Tourism, my partner, Kate Fox, and her partner, Charlie Tchaikovsky, who have been working really hard on executing grants, et cetera. So they've been incredible partners, and we're thrilled to have them with us today. That being said, we are ready to open it up for questions, and I'll try and field them to the right person. Yes, please.
Mike Lowen, if I could.
Yes, Mike.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you. NBC Boston. We were talking about all of the good things that are happening here.
Sure.
You know, the airfare bookings, the amount of people that are buying tickets, people like that, or data like that. But when you look at some of the other cities, those cities like Philadelphia, Kansas City, they have fewer matches yet. They have more affordable transportation. They have expanded FanFest. Some of them, like Philly, have tailgating. Why can't we have these things?
Sure. Well, first off, I think the tailgating question is just sorting itself out. Certainly, we had FIFA works across 16 cities. They have to sort of look at what a uniform program is, and we accepted that probably without as much interrogation as we should have. That's Boston 26, I think, and the stadium certainly wants to make sure that the experience is very much like it is for a Patriots game when it comes to that. So I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we're going to have some good conversations over the week around tailgating, and I think we'll come to a good conclusion. So I wouldn't say we can't have that yet.
What about the affordability? Obviously, fans here are coming down, and I mean, why other cities like Philly, which, you know, are very competitive right out there with Boston, I mean, why can't we have those things too?
Well, I think it's a matter of making sure that we were funded appropriately. Chair Michaelwitz is proposing some way that we can accept a bigger challenge in the future. Let's say a Women's World Cup or another major event. So the answer is, I think we needed to really have a sports commission and a sports fund in place in order to really be prepared for this. So this is our first real rodeo since '94, if you will. So it's not perfect. Philly has a sports commission, Atlanta has a sports commission, Kansas City has a group. So this will be the launching of that. I'll retire, but actually someone else will launch it.
On that question, I don't know if that's the same. I guess I wanted to know more specifically about transportation. Because we've heard these numbers from other cities where fares are not going up to get to the stadiums where the matches will go down. And I wondered what your response is to that. Why is the price of the ticket just to get there so much higher than the other?
Sure. Well, I don't have a study of if there's any latest changes to the costs. So I'd like to probably get back to you on that, and our team will get back to you on that. But Foxborough is a unique location. It's not, for example, serviced by something like MARTA or some of the other transportation solutions that someone might have in general public transportation. So I think it was a different model or a different challenge. So let me get back to you with the exact analysis. We'll do that. Julie will.
On that question, I have a question for Mayor Wu and Lieutenant Governor Driscoll. I know New York Senator Schumer and New Jersey Governor Sherrill have called on FIFA to cover more of the transportation costs for fans. Is that a call you agree with?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think we're really focused on how we can have a great experience here. Our transportation cost will be one of the cheapest way to actually get into Foxborough. I do want to call out there are other destinations where their stadium is in the heart of the city that has a lot of public transportation already going to it. You all know where Boston Stadium in Foxborough is located. It's a little bit more on the outskirts. So the cost of parking, the cost of buses to that facility have to be borne and take on some of the cost of providing those services. That's why it's a little bit higher. But with our MBTA all-day pass, it's not just to the stadium. Wherever you're coming from, you've got that pass available all day. It will be one of the more affordable ways to get to Foxborough, given where its location is 20 miles outside of the city, and using as much public transportation as we can to get folks there.
I'll just say on this point, we always want to encourage people to access public transportation wherever possible, and our role at the city level is to ensure that there's also an alternative location here at FanFest that will be free, so more affordable than many other communities' events that they're hosting, and that we're having events in the neighborhoods as well. And this has been a really important partnership from the City Council now, so I also want to invite up Councilors Lujan and Coletta Zapata to share a little bit of sort of their perspective on the investment and the return that we're getting here. We are using public-private funds that have been raised. There's been a little over $2 million raised for Boston 250, separate and apart from the state's funding and from FIFA. There are other funds that the city's tapping into, like the Fund for Boston Neighborhoods, which is what we often use to host large-scale events like championship parades, and that was seeded with the leftover funds from an inauguration committee that was created and had additional funds, so that is being turned right back to our neighborhoods. I think at a time when we're all watching costs because it is a tough economic environment, our businesses are feeling it, families are feeling it, we want to make sure that especially under those economic conditions, every single way that we can deliver benefit to our local businesses and keep dollars circulating in the economy here, that we're able to do that. And that's why we're making this investment, even with tough times and crunch that we're all experiencing, to ensure that we make the most of this opportunity. Whether you're able to spring for the tickets and take public transportation to the stadium, or if you want to see it here, meet your friends, pick one of the local businesses in our neighborhood business guide that will be having some festivities, or an alternative City of Boston watch party that will be funded, again, privately and off the city budget. All of those are opportunities to harness every bit of economic benefit we can from this event. So I want to invite out my colleagues to say a word.
Thank you so much, Mayor Wu. My name is Gabriela Coletta Zapata. I'm so proud to represent East Boston, Charlestown, the North End, and City Hall on the council. So we are just really excited to showcase what makes Boston great, and that is obviously our diversity, our inclusivity, and our people and our businesses. And so I recommend to anybody listening to take advantage of what we are providing for them, especially our Colombian community here in the city of Boston, in East Boston. There's a high Moroccan community here, a population of folks from Morocco as well, who are playing, I think, on June 19th. And so I'm really excited to see Boston on the global stage, but being showcased and rooted here locally. So I think that folks are ready, they're excited. And I do just want to be sure while I have the mic to thank Mayor Wu for her vision, thank our state partners for their funding, and I want to thank FIFA, Meet Boston, everybody, as well as our public safety professionals, so fire, EMS, police. Thank you for everything that you did yesterday, today, and tomorrow. In advance of this, I have full faith and confidence in all of you to keep our community safe as we go through the summer. And I also want to thank facilities as well as special events, because there's a lot of unsung heroes who do this work, and they don't usually get recognized. So I think on that front, I'll just tell people to please take advantage of all the opportunities this summer, because they're there for you, and they're there to bring us together as a community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Coletta Zapata. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ritu Lijan, at-large City Councilor, South Passé. All right, okay. Haiti's in the World Cup, and we're very excited about that. But we're actually very excited about all the teams that are going to be here, that are going to be economic drivers for our city. I started my call with a business owner who likes calling me at 7:30 in the morning to make sure that we are doing everything we can to make sure that our small businesses are able to participate. There are 3 things that matter to me, and I want to thank the mayor for your steadfast leadership, to our lieutenant governor, to Chair Michaelwitz, to everyone. One, we want to make sure that this is safe as possible, and we have a great trio here with fire, EMS, and emergency management. And our EMS want to thank everyone for the work that they do, but we want to make sure that all of our neighborhoods feel like they are participating in the joy and